In this video, we're going to be looking at how to add two numbers of same and different signs. Before that, we need to look at what is the same signs when it comes to adding. And in here, we need to look at the rule that applies to same signs. And the rule includes the following. Absolute value of numbers must be added and the common sign assigned. What does this mean? Looking at an example which states that where we have 5 plus 7, what is this equal to using this rule alongside where we have -5 plus -7. And so what we're going to do first here is to transform this to the same signs of the numbers, which is shown as this, where we have +5 plus parentheses +7. And what we recognize is that since we have the common signs to be positive and positive, we are going to bring it down here, and then we have our 5 plus 7, which will be inside the absolute value. And this is how we are able to accomplish this, to be +5 plus 7, which gives us absolute value 12, and this here is equal to +12. Therefore, if you add positive integers, you get a positive integer. Now on the flip side, where we have -5 plus -7, what we see is that the negative are common, and so we bring it down over here and we place our absolute value sign and we perform our addition of 5 and 7. So therefore, inside the absolute value we get 12, and since that outside the absolute value is a negative sign, we are going to get our answer to be -12. Therefore, the sum of two negative integers gives us a negative integer. On the other hand, looking at addition of numbers of different signs, the rule that applies to this particular scenario states that you should subtract the absolute value of the small number from the absolute value of the big number, then you assign the sign of the big number at the end. We're going to look at an example which includes the following. For example, we're going to be comparing 3 plus -7 from that of 7 plus -3, and what we see for the first part here is that when we identify which number, which is a whole number that is small, 3 is considered to be small and our 7 is considered to be big. Therefore, for the big number, the sign that is associated with the big number, which is negative, is going to be put outside, and you're going to put your absolute value. And based on the rule, it says that you subtract the absolute value of the small number, in this case 3 is the small number, from that of the big number. And therefore we're going to have negative absolute value of 7 minus 3, which gives us 4. And when we write this is the same thing as -4. You can also rearrange the expression in such a way that you have this to be written as -7 plus 3. And so to solve this, all we just do is use a number line. You have -7 and you're adding 3. Therefore, you're going to move further to the right of the number line, which is equal to -4. So this is how you approach this question. However, for the other case here, where when you're labeling which one is big whole number versus a small whole number, 7 is considered to be the big one, while 3 is considered to be small. Therefore, we're going to consider the big number's sign as positive because we have 7 here. Therefore, we're going to have positive on the outside absolute value, and we're going to do our small number 3 subtract from 7, and therefore we have positive absolute value of 7 minus 3. That gives us positive absolute value of 4, and this here is the same thing as positive 4 as our answer. Take note that these can also be rewritten as the following, where we have negative 3 plus 7, and using the number line we start at negative 3 and we move 7 steps to the right of the number line, which brings our new position to be at positive 4. So I hope you found this really informative about adding two numbers of same and different signs.